watching college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on another team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the... Let's get this thing started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas A&M's offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And
he's going to take a shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they...
He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Ballman, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. The toss to the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies with the 1st and 10. Looking to buy time. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about technique. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
The offense will have to use its first timeout on the half. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Makes the grab. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on the 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe he's sneaking a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
He's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
Yeah, I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to pound it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Breaks into the open. Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job blocking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. They'll run it. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Wildcats are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to bring it back. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. First play of the period, first down here. They'll try the right side. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Unloads quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him else.
Finds his tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He rifles one deep down the middle. And here's the third interception of the night. He was was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Bringing the heat. Escapes trouble. Looking to scramble. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking a shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. To the air. It's Reed. Zings it complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Texas A&M, 21, Kentucky, 7.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Hands it off. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Finds a man in the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Line gets set, first down. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing it.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the right. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got...
Snags it down the right side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Reed. On target over the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Finds his big tight end. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with his 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Tight end now in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Texas A&M 35, Kentucky 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though. They get another.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Also 6 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets away from one. He's got space. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Caught in the backfield, it's Kyle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Unloads it downfield. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
And the Texas A&M offense will take over.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Wants to throw. It's Pine. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move there. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good, easy call for the refs. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They're working that left side. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Continues to fight for yards. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Back to throw, it's Pine. Gets it out quickly. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Handoff to the single back. And some room to work. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right.
Touchdown, Kentucky! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. Two right now are definitely on the same page.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Kentucky, 17.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. This drive will open from the 15. He wants to change this route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
DB's right up on the receivers. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Back to throw, it's Pine. Here's the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. That'll trim the deficit to 15. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's the handoff. Got room at the 35. Oh, a lot of space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nice move to keep running. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Aggie! And the stomping has commenced. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Wake Forest packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Deeks Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in Winston-Salem.
To throw, it's Pine.
All that speculation all week, and now we know.
Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Uncorks it. Lost, the defense is wide open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's McGowan. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I just don't know how you go wrong with bringing more speed on the field in 3rd down situations. You go dime, you bring 6 defensive backs on the field. Now, not only do you have better guys to cover, when that QB goes into scramble mode, I got a bunch of fast little guys that can catch him, get on the ground, set up the 4th down and short.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Handoff from the gun. Shows him the stiff arm. He smashes his way through again. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Kentucky going quickly. Looking for a man. It's Pine. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodriguez. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. And the Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They want that clock to run. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Aggies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. He'll be stopped just a little short of that 25-yard line, and now they have a decision to make on 4th down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle. Force the 4th down.
Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Touchdown, Aggies! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, you just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Pine. This time on target. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And they'll take over.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game?
He's going for it all. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Found a seam on the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Might be changing the route. Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Price. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unleashes one deep. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking downfield, it's Pine. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's going for the big play. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They won the game today.